What if the reason Alexandra Grant respects Keanu Reeves so deeply is hidden inside the pain he rarely talks about? Behind the calm smile is a past filled with loss, silence, and incredible strength, and when Alexandra stepped into his life, she didn't try to change his story, she chose to understand it. This isn't just a love story, it's a story about respect, healing, and the power of accepting someone exactly as they are. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Now, let's dive into what really happened before the red carpets. Before the cameras flashed and the world admired their quiet connection, there was a long chapter of silence in Keanu Reeves' life, a chapter that shaped the man people see today. To many fans, Keanu has always seemed calm, humble, and almost untouched by Hollywood chaos. But behind that peaceful presence is a story filled with emotional depth, personal loss, and years of quiet resilience. For a long time, Keanu's life felt like a journey walked alone. While his career reached incredible heights, his personal world often stayed private and guarded. He wasn't the type to share every emotion publicly, and that mystery made people respect him even more. Instead of letting fame define him, he chose a simpler path, one built on kindness, reflection, and staying true to himself even when life felt heavy. Then Alexandra Grant entered his world, not just as someone new, but as someone willing to see beyond the celebrity image. She didn't meet only a movie star, she met a person shaped by experiences that most people could never imagine. And what makes their story special is this: she didn't try to rewrite his past or turn it into something different. She listened, she understood, and she respected the journey that made him who he is. Keanu's life has never been only about success or recognition. It's about the quiet moments in between, the lessons learned through hardship and the strength gained from moving forward with grace. Many people might have closed their hearts after facing such emotional challenges, but he continued to show compassion to the world around him. That gentle resilience became one of his most powerful qualities. For Alexandra, this wasn't something to fear, it was something to admire. She saw that his silence wasn't emptiness, it was depth. His kindness wasn't weakness, it was strength built over time. And perhaps that is why their connection feels so genuine to fans. It's not based on perfection or fantasy, but on understanding a real human story. As their journey began, the silence that once defined Keanu's life slowly transformed into something warmer, a quiet companionship built on trust. And in that transformation lies the beginning of a story that many people around the world can't help but watch, hoping to understand what true respect in love really looks like. Keanu Reeves' life story is often called inspiring, but behind that inspiration lies a deeply emotional journey that many people don't fully see. While the world celebrates his success on screen, his personal path has been shaped by moments of loss, quiet reflection, and long periods of loneliness. These experiences didn't make him louder or more dramatic, they made him softer, more thoughtful, and deeply aware of how fragile life can be. Instead of allowing pain to turn into bitterness, Keanu chose a different direction. He became known not just for his films, but for the way he treats people. Fans often share stories about him giving up his seat on public transport, speaking kindly to strangers, or standing patiently with fans as if they were old friends. These simple acts may seem small, but they reveal something powerful: a man who understands struggle and chooses compassion anyway. What makes this even more meaningful is that his kindness never feels forced. It comes from a place of genuine understanding. When someone has faced emotional storms and still decides to be gentle with the world, that quiet strength becomes impossible to ignore. Over time, this became a defining part of his character. Not the fame, not the spotlight, but the way he carries himself with humility. When Alexandra Grant learned more about Keanu's past, she didn't view it as something tragic that needed fixing. Instead, she saw resilience, a story of growth that shaped his calm personality. She understood that the sadness he experienced wasn't a weakness but a source of empathy that allowed him to connect with people on a deeper level. Rather than encouraging him to forget those experiences, she respected them as chapters that built the person she came to know. This perspective changed the dynamic of their relationship. Instead of trying to create a perfect, glamorous image, they built something grounded in reality. Alexandra's acceptance allowed Keanu to remain fully himself, without pressure to hide the emotional depth that makes him unique. And maybe that's why their connection feels so different to fans around the world. It isn't built on fantasy or dramatic headlines, it's built on understanding. It shows that true connection doesn't come from pretending pain never existed. It comes from recognizing how those experiences shape someone's heart. That quiet acceptance becomes the foundation of a bond that feels authentic, mature, and deeply human, the kind of connection that makes people want to keep watching, hoping to see how their story continues to unfold. Alexandra Grant is often introduced to the world as Keanu Reeves' partner, but her identity goes far beyond that title. She is a thoughtful and creative artist known for her unique perspective on life, storytelling, and human connection. Her calm presence and emotional awareness have played a big role in shaping the way her relationship with Keanu has grown, not through dramatic headlines, but through quiet understanding and genuine respect. Unlike many high-profile relationships that move quickly under public attention, Alexandra approached love with patience. For her, respecting someone's past means taking the time to understand their emotional journey instead of trying to rewrite it. She never rushed Keanu into becoming someone different, nor did she expect him to hide the experiences that shaped him. Instead, she created space for honesty, something rare in a world where celebrity relationships are often judged by appearances rather than authenticity. Their connection didn't begin with romance. It started with friendship and shared creativity. Long before fans saw them walking together at events, they were collaborating on artistic projects, exchanging ideas, and building a bond based on trust. This slow and natural beginning allowed Alexandra to see the deeper layers of Keanu's personality, his thoughtful nature, his quiet humor, and the emotional depth that comes from years of life experience. That strong foundation made their relationship feel grounded rather than rushed. Alexandra appreciated the lessons Keanu carried from his past because she understood how those moments shaped his worldview. To her, love wasn't about creating a perfect image for the public. It was about standing beside someone while they remained true to themselves. One of the most beautiful aspects of their connection is how subtle it feels. Alexandra often shows her support in quiet ways, a warm smile, a calm presence during interviews, or the simple comfort of shared silence. Instead of grand gestures meant to impress an audience, their bond reflects mutual respect and emotional maturity. This gentle approach allows their relationship to feel real and relatable, even in the middle of global attention. And perhaps that's what makes Alexandra's perspective on love so meaningful. She reminds people that strong relationships aren't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes, the most powerful connections grow slowly, built on trust, patience, and the willingness to truly understand another person's story. It's this quiet strength that keeps audiences watching, curious to see how a relationship rooted in respect continues to evolve in a world that rarely slows down. Many relationships struggle because people try to rewrite each other's past, hoping to create a perfect version of love. But Alexandra Grant chose a different and far more meaningful path. Instead of seeing Keanu Reeves' emotional depth as something heavy or complicated, she recognized it as a part of his strength, something to respect rather than change. That perspective quietly transformed the way their connection grew, making it feel authentic and deeply human. For Alexandra, healing didn't mean forgetting old memories. It meant understanding them. She allowed Keanu to carry his experiences without pressure to hide or move on too quickly. By embracing the lessons he gained from life's challenges, she helped create a safe emotional space where both of them could simply be themselves. In a world where many celebrity relationships feel rushed or performative, their calm energy stands out as something real. Fans often notice a subtle difference in Keanu when he's around Alexandra. His body language seems more relaxed, his smile more natural, and his presence lighter. There are no dramatic headlines or loud public displays trying to prove their love. Instead, their bond feels steady, like two people who understand that emotional peace is more valuable than constant attention. This quiet support plays a powerful role in healing. Sometimes, the greatest comfort comes not from big gestures but from knowing someone truly accepts you. Alexandra's approach shows that respect can be more meaningful than perfection. She doesn't try to erase the chapters that shaped Keanu's life. She stands beside him as those chapters continue to guide who he is becoming. Their connection reminds audiences that love can be calm without being boring, deep without being heavy. It's about growth, patience, and the courage to understand another person's story without judgment. When two people stop trying to fix each other and start listening instead, something beautiful begins to form, a partnership built on trust rather than expectation. And maybe that's why their relationship captures so much attention. In a fast-moving world full of noise, their quiet understanding feels refreshing. It shows that true love isn't about changing someone's journey or pretending the past never existed. It's about walking beside them with empathy, allowing healing to happen naturally, one honest moment at a time. Today, Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant represent something truly rare in celebrity culture, a relationship that feels genuine, grounded, and unhurried. In a world where high-profile couples often feel like a constant performance, their bond stands out for its simplicity and authenticity. There's no rush to impress the public, no need to conform to Hollywood expectations, and no pressure to create a perfect image for fans or the media. Instead, their connection thrives quietly, built on mutual respect, patience, and understanding. Alexandra Grant respects Keanu's past because she recognizes that his experiences, both joyful and painful, shaped the man he is today. She understands that his humility, thoughtfulness, and deep empathy didn't appear overnight. They are the result of years of personal growth, reflection, and resilience. She doesn't view his past as baggage but as an essential part of his character. And in turn, Keanu values the calm, supportive presence Alexandra brings into his life, someone who accepts him completely, without judgment or expectation. This balance of understanding creates a relationship that feels remarkably steady in the often chaotic world of celebrity romance. Their story reminds us that love doesn't always arrive with dramatic gestures or fireworks. True connection can be quiet, unassuming, and profoundly moving. It's built on shared respect, emotional honesty, and the willingness to walk beside someone as they navigate life's challenges. They demonstrate that lasting relationships aren't about perfection or appearances. They're about appreciating the depth of each other's experiences and growing together. In a society obsessed with flawless romances and viral moments, Keanu and Alexandra's journey offers a different kind of beauty. It shows two individuals learning from the past rather than erasing it, embracing vulnerability rather than avoiding it, and finding strength in quiet companionship rather than constant validation. Perhaps this is the real reason Alexandra respects Keanu's past so deeply. She sees that every chapter of his life, even the ones filled with sorrow, helped build the kindness, empathy, and inner strength that the world admires today. Their love teaches us that understanding and acceptance are more powerful than perfection, and that sometimes the most extraordinary relationships are the ones that grow slowly, quietly, and authentically, the ones that leave viewers inspired and deeply touched.